Listen up, the ratings just came in for last month. We are #1. We just grabbed every key demographic.
Super duper.
That's nice.
Way to go. Neato, gang.
Yes.
Boy, that is good news.
Hey, it's Monday. Welcome to another episode of Tavern Sports Podcast. My name is Toby Brundle, and we do have a very good lineup of an episode. So let's kind of mosey on. Let's start talking about what you want to hear, what you want to do, and the reason why you came. Sports. All right, first up, we're going to be talking about the NHL Draft. There has been two major developments from the draft that happened just past this Friday. Wow, can I not speak today? Holy Jesus.
You suck.
Yes, I know, I do. Just give me a second. Oh, get my mind checked, get my mouth working again. Okay, so first up, we have the Phoenix Coyotes forfeiting their very first round draft pick. With this draft pick, you may think, yeah, whatever, it's a draft pick. They're probably in the teens or 20s or 30s. Correction. They were actually in 7th place, and they lost it. So 7th pick in the draft, and they lost it. And you're wondering why? They forfeited their first round draft pick due to the Coyotes' violation, go figure, of the league's combine testing policy. Despite this, the team has managed to recoup some of their draft lost capital in the second round. But the whole point is, I was talking to a guy today while I was actually at my work, and he said that Phoenix did extra combine testing when they knew it was against league policy. So of course, let's get the upper hand. Let's see how these guys are on strength, speed, mobility. Remember, last year in 2020, in March, it basically shut the world down with COVID. When it did that, it limited people from doing this, doing that, and it prevented scouts themselves to go out and track these guys, see what they are doing, testing them in every single which way to learn how to draft pick. So right there, something was absolutely bunk when the Coyotes tried getting that upper advantage. Well, Coyotes, not Toadies. Phoenix or Arizona Coyotes. How did that work for you? Did that work out great? Did you get a great #1 draft pick? I don't think so. Sometimes cheating and trying to get the upper hand, especially with social media nowadays, it's not going to work. There's so many things that can go around in right here. This is one of them. The second thing that kind of bombed in the NFL draft was Montreal with pick number 31. Ty, he posted something on Instagram, which at the time I didn't understand. I went deep. I figured it out by just doing a little bit of Google research, and this is what I found. The Montreal Canadiens had a very controversial pick at number 31. The guy that they picked had a statement following the news saying that he had been charged and paid a fine in Sweden for distributing a sexual photo without consent. So he sent a letter to every single team saying he's not ready, he needs to mature, and don't draft him this year. So Montreal went ahead anyways and did it. So there's a lot of people that were questioning the GM of Montreal, saying, why'd you do this? Why'd you pick him? And sometimes you have to take a look at the situation. I know the situation's not good. What he did was absolutely wrong. In the letter, it states that he wants to mature. And really, if you take a look at the letter and how it was kind of, written, that right there alone was a pretty good mature move for him, saying, I'm not ready, I'm not mature, I want to sit out for another year. So did Montreal see this as an opportunity to snipe him and say, that letter proves that you have matured ever since this went down? Or do you just think that Montreal's basically grabbing what they can at the time and not caring about the consequences? I don't know exactly about that. Just for the simple fact, anything is just anything is possible. I don't even know where to start when it comes to that. So, very interesting to see what plays from this situation. Next up, Major League Baseball, and with my Minnesota Twins. All right, so Byron Buxton has rejected a contract extension with the Minnesota Twins. Reality, I can actually see this happening. Over the last 5 to 6, 7 years, they had maybe 1 or 2 good actual seasons. Otherwise, they had 4 seasons of 100-game loss. I don't blame Buxton for not signing. Minnesota has been an absolute trash heap. Nobody's really doing too much about it. They're trying to get players, but players don't want to go to Minnesota because Minnesota has not have a really good, strong record. You just kind of throw your hands up in the air and go, what do you do? So with this one, yeah, I can see it. Maybe instead of having the extension with Buxton, you could take that, put it into maybe signing new free agents, maybe trade them away to get different draft picks, rookies, AAAs, things like that. Kind of, build the team back up. I ain't no GM. I never was, didn't claim. Hell, I can't even do this properly. Listen to what I'm trying to say half the time. I'm just stuttering and doing stupid stuff. But speaking about stupid stuff, it's not as stupid as what the Green Bay Packers is doing. My God. I noticed that, okay, you heard of the whole Aaron Rodgers kerfuffle, right? He doesn't want to be there. They're even going to give him an extension to make him be the the highest paid quarterback. Hell, the number 1 player in the NFL ever. That's even making more than Patrick Mahomes. And Patrick Mahomes has had more success in the last how many years than Roger Tits. Jesus Christ. Roger Tits.
You suck!
Doesn't Oh, I know. It's just me being cubed up and trying to get a show out for you guys. So anyway, yeah, Aaron Rodgers, he doesn't want to be there. Nobody really knows what's going on. I'm just waiting for them to say he's going to be just on the roster losing money. Guarantee you he wants to be traded to a different team where he actually has a team with weapons. But Dante Adams, he was in talks with the Packers for an extension. For some odd reason, that extension talk went cold. Is this Green Bay biting themselves in the ass for not listening to their star quarterback and their number one wide receiver? What is going on within the organization that you can't give one of the best quarterbacks a team? Then all of a sudden, one of the weapons he has, the talks for an extension for that has gone cold. You might want to kind of, pay a little bit more attention to what is going on when it comes to your organization. Somebody's going to get their asses bit. And when I mean bit, I mean they're going to get their asses bit. Thank God I'm not in those guys' shoes. With me and my wrong sport. Wrong team. Vikings, we have our own issues. But the Packers are a different breed, I tell you. All right. The Olympics are officially on their way. And I do have to say, I'm not interested in them. I'm more interested in what is going on. Like, there has been a little bit of controversy here and there when it comes to, like, a mother not being able to bring her child there to breastfeed, and if she did, she has to leave the bubble to go into the world to go breastfeed. A deaf person basically left because Japan wouldn't let them have the interpreter. People are dropping out. The U.S. men's basketball team lost their very first basketball game in almost 24 years. That includes like 3 gold medals. And finally, this kind of was flooding Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. But this year they had skateboarding as a national sport. Well, let me tell you something. When you're competing in the Olympics, it's basically the whole entire world's watching it. So if you have a screw up, wardrobe malfunction, anything like that, the whole world's going to see it. Try telling that to the skateboarder. The skateboarder, it looked like he was doing good. He was doing great. He went up. He did his, looked like he did a grind. He landed. He lost his balance. He fell. He slid. Wham! Nuts against a pillar of one of the rails. So, for the rest of his life, he's going to be known as the guy who got sacked at the Olympics on skateboarding. That right there is going to be one of the most embarrassing things. But if he plays it off well, he can make some money off of it. But his dignity, I think that's gone out the window. All right, so normally right now, it's going to be the 15-minute mark. I'm going to be telling you guys that we're going to be taking a commercial break, but that's not true. I have one more thing that I want to talk about, and then we're just going to call it a little bit of quits. So what I want to do right now is tell you the Olympic Games medal count. All right. So number 1, Japan has 30. All right, this is a little bit different. Apparently, they're counting gold. Not the actual medals, but they're counting the gold. All right, well, I guess Japan is in first with 8 gold. US is in second with 7. China's in third with 6. And the quotation, Russia team has 4. Canada, 1. But on a positive note, we have 4. So for the rest, Japan has 13 medals in total. US has 14. China has 18, and the Russia made-up team has 12. Well, you guys, I think that went out pretty well. You can say otherwise, but it is what it is. Okay, so if you have any questions, comments, head over to bio.link/Tangent Sports for all of the information you need, from website to email, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, where to hear, where to donate, like for example on Patreon and Buy Me a Coffee. When you donate to this network, all money stays within the network. But if you want to support Team Toby or Team Tyler, that money goes straight to them. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to Tavern Sports Podcast. My name is Toby Berendel. I will see you with a brand new show and more sports topics. And you may never know. Breaking news might come out one of these times, and I might actually put out an extra show. Who am I, Joe? Talk to you later.